It's higher than I've ever seen it.
And right now it's 6, uncharted territory for some people who live along the Yantic River. We'll tell you what's being done to repair the Fishville Pond Dam after part of it collapsed.
And nearly 5 years after Jennifer Doulos vanished, a trial is set to begin for the woman charged in connection to her disappearance. Where the case against Michelle Trocona stands, with opening statements happening today.
Also, breaking news overnight, 2 people were shot in East Hartford right near an apartment complex.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for starting your day off with us here at Fox 61. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. We're going to start with the weather as we get over to meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli. We were, half joking yesterday that you need a break after all the hard weather and traffic problems.
Yes.
It's a little calmer.
Today is much calmer, yeah. Today is much
Today.
calmer. Tomorrow is also another nice one, but tomorrow night into Saturday will bring some problems for us. 45 right now over in New Haven, though, so it is a mild start to the day, which is nice to see. We're not anticipating widespread issues in terms of any slick spots out on the roads, as most of us are above freezing this morning, but I am keeping a close eye on northwestern Connecticut now. 42 right now in Bridgeport. It's 34 degrees in Torrington. Most of us this morning, the upper 30s and 40s. We are trending colder than this time yesterday, but given the fact that our numbers yesterday at this time were in the 50s, that's kind of not hard to do, right? Our winds have backed up considerably. We're looking at winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few passing clouds this afternoon. Otherwise, it's a quiet day today with temperatures up around the low to mid 40s with, again, a few passing clouds. Overnight tonight, we're in the 30s for the day tomorrow. It's a partly cloudy day. Temperatures around 45 degrees. And then Friday night into Saturday, we are under a weather watch alert for the potential for 1 to 2 inches of rain, which may sound like not a lot, but when we have already had 2 to 4 inches of rain, that can cause some problems. So we'll have those details and time it out for you just around 15 minutes away. The roads also are looking a little bit better this morning. We do have a couple of road closures I want to alert you to. First, we'll take a closer look over in Pomfret this morning, where a portion of Route 244 is closed this morning, and that is due to some flooding. So, of course, we'll keep you posted when that reopens. Over in East Haddam, the Haddam Swing Bridge, Route 82, both directions closed. This is due to road work that's out there. We'll let you know when that reopens. DOT is reporting that that should reopen within the next 30 minutes or so. And then also Route 10 Norton Street in Southington, that is closed this morning due to some flooding out on the roads. We'll keep you posted with another update in the next half hour.
Rachel, thanks so much. All right, we continue to follow the very latest out of Basra, where a partial dam break yesterday morning forced mandatory evacuations in parts of Norwich and Basra near the Yantic River.
Now, that evacuation order was lifted and dam repairs are set to begin today. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is live in Basra right near that dam with the details on these planned repairs. Lindsay, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, luckily, some better news this morning. Power is back on in the area, which impacted around 5,000 customers. But unfortunately, people that live in this area are still not fully in the clear. Officials are warning people in the area to stay vigilant in case another evacuation order goes into effect. Now, officials say the water started to recede and conditions stabilized last night. The Fishville Pond Dam that holds back the Yantic River was found to have a partial break yesterday morning. This happened as the river level rose from this week's rainstorm, sending raging floodwaters into the Fishville section of Basra. The State Department of Environmental Protection is overseeing repairs to the dam today. Now, the goal is to build what's called a coffer dam. It will be placed in front of the existing dam to hold back water, acting like an extra shield while permanent repairs and the investigation into that partial break can continue. This effort has to be done rather quickly, with more rain expected in the area this weekend. Well, neighbors are still cleaning up, from flooded yards to flooded basements. Many say they've never seen this kind of damage before.
It's higher than I've ever seen it. I've lived here for 3 years, and I lived across the street for 3 years before that, and I've never in my life seen the river even touch this level.
Crews were here overnight monitoring the dam. They're still here this morning here behind me, just checking it to make sure that there isn't another partial break or a break entirely. But again, officials in the area are asking people to stay vigilant, stay near your phones, near those evacuation warnings, and if anything goes into effect, officials will let everyone know. Live in Basra this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you.
Thank you. And that wasn't the only dam issue with issues yesterday. A dam in Middletown Pond, that one failed. That's in Middletown. Now that pond is located along South Main Street. Thankfully, there's no flooding impact there. The water drained into the stream. Crews are making repairs to the dam. And neighbors in that area tell us that they're concerned about pollutants being released. A few years ago, state environmental officials told the city that the dam had to be repaired, replaced, or removed. The city reportedly agreed to replace the dam last year, but it's not clear where that stands right now.
Got breaking news overnight in East Hartford. At least 2 people were shot on Nutmeg Lane. Police said that shooting happened just after 1 a.m. by the Woodcliff Estates apartments. They said there's no threat to the community right now. We are still working to find out how bad the victims' injuries are. Windsor police said they're investigating the death of an infant this morning. First responders were called to a home on Toby Avenue yesterday morning after getting a report of a 1-month-old who was unresponsive. They said they tried CPR to save the infant, but it didn't work. Police said the infant's death at this point does not appear to be suspicious. It has been just over 4 years and 7 months since Jennifer Doulos was last seen, and today her family will get its first chance to see if somebody will be held legally accountable.
Michelle Draconis is on trial facing multiple charges. Fox 61's Keith McGilvery has been on this story for us for years. He's sharing what we can expect inside that Stamford courtroom this morning.
It's a fight for justice for New Canaan mom Jennifer Doulos.
I hope that people will remember that this trial is really about an enormous tragedy.
The mother of 5 died in May 2019. Her estranged husband, Fotis Doulos, was charged with her murder, but died by suicide in 2020 before a verdict in his case.
Many of the domestic violence murders are followed by a suicide. And so, while we all might hope for a different kind of justice, it is what it is.
Attorney Ray Hassett is a former member of the U.S. Attorney's Office with more than 35 years in criminal law.
I think it complicates it in a number of ways. Obviously, whatever is said or stated or even inferred about Mr. Doulos by the defense or even by the state for that matter can't be contradicted at this point because he's no longer with us.
Now his girlfriend, Michelle Draconis, is facing charges of her own, accused of conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, and hindering prosecution.
If she understood that the murder took place and she took some steps to help or assist in either hiding evidence or to in some way alter or hinder the investigation, which is what she's been alleged to have done, then theoretically she can be found to be guilty of conspiring to commit a murder.
Prosecutors filed charges based on things including DNA evidence, surveillance video, and multiple interviews. But Hassett admits getting a conviction could be challenging.
Obviously, the issue is, where is the body? Why was it never found? Despite all this evidence and information, it's never been found. That could in and of itself lead to a reasonable doubt.
And that was Fox 61's Keith McGilvery reporting. He's going to join us live from the courthouse in Stamford later this morning with more on the trial.
And you can watch opening statements in every moment from the courtroom wherever you are, because we're going to stream the trial on Fox 61 Plus for you, which you can watch on your phone, your computer, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and also on Roku. Enfield's town council voting this week to restrict the types of flags allowed to be displayed on town-owned property. The council adopting a resolution that only allows the American flag, the state of Connecticut flag, the MIA POW flag, and the flags of the various military branches to be flown on town-owned property. It also limits the ability of people to petition for a public forum, calling for the town to fly any flag that isn't specified by the resolution. Now, this would include the Pride and the Black Lives Matter flag.
The First Lady Jill Biden is expected to meet with military families tonight in Groton. She'll attend the annual family holiday party for the crew of the USS Delaware. That's happening at the Submarine Force Museum. The First Lady is expected to meet with service members and their families. The event is closed to the public.